Welcome back to Cyber Safety 101. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define social engineering and be more familiar with a few tactics cybercriminals commonly employ. Let's get started. Cyber attacks come in many forms, so knowing what these forms are will help you to be better prepared to defend yourself against them. Oftentimes, scammers use a tactic called social engineering to lure victims into clicking on malicious links, downloading damaging files, or releasing confidential information. Social engineering is defined as the use of deception to manipulate individuals into divulging personal information that may be used for fraudulent purposes. Social engineering preys on the way people think and act, and cybercriminals utilize this tactic by exploiting those instinctive reactions and emotions through their scams. So, how do cybercriminals get their victims to succumb to social engineering? Here is one way. First, they gather information about you and larger groups that you are a part of, such as your family, friends, healthcare provider, or company. Once the criminal has finished preparing, they pose as a legitimate source and establish a relationship with the victim. This wins the victim's trust and makes them more accepting and open to communication. The attacker then uses that trust to trick the victim into sending them the desired material, whether that be money, personal information, or files. Once their goal is achieved, they end contact with the victim and remove themselves from the relationship. This is just one example of social engineering, so the time that this process takes varies widely from situation to situation. It can take anywhere from a few hours to several months, depending on various factors, such as the willingness of the victim to give what the attacker wants, and the scale of the exploit. Generally, the attacker's main goal falls under one of two categories: sabotage and theft. If their goal is sabotage, they are looking to damage or destroy something on your device, whether that be data, files, or software. On the other hand, an attacker with theft in mind is aiming to steal sensitive data like passwords, personal information, or credit card numbers. To achieve these goals, cybercriminals often use two powerful weapons: heightened emotions and a strong sense of urgency. Cybercriminals like to target strong emotions like curiosity, fear, greed, guilt, anger, and excitement because our rationale is often compromised when we're experiencing these intense feelings. I know when I'm scared or frustrated, it's much easier for me to make rash decisions that I regret later. As a result, scammers unfortunately tend to take advantage of natural disasters or health scares since people are more likely to react immediately out of fear, resentment, or grief during these times. If you ever come across an unexpected email that calls for immediate action or causes you to feel a strong emotion, take a step back, do something else, and after some time has passed, ask another person for their opinion on the situation. Cybercriminals also tend to take advantage of our desire for convenience. For example, it would be much simpler to have password as my password for all of my accounts. But according to security.org, it would be cracked instantly. While it's easy for anyone to get caught in this convenience trap, I urge you to fight this tendency and remind yourself regularly about social engineering and the safe cybersecurity practices you'll be learning in Cyber Safety 101. Trust me, it will keep you far safer in the long run. Now that you are more familiar with some of the ways in which cybercriminals manipulate and target individuals, I hope that you feel better prepared to recognize these tactics and not let cybercriminals use them against you. In the following lessons, you will be learning more about a few common types of cyber attacks, so stay tuned. See you then.